And what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It is your boy Cheap Ludes, and I'm back with another video. So I haven't done a buy slash sell now series in a while, so I figured I'd bring it back real quick, especially with 2K being kind of a dry content day. This is a good time to hunt the market, mostly to sell cards. I mean, there are some cards that you should definitely look into buying that might be a little cheaper than normal, but there's a lot of cards that have increased in value, definitely since this weekend. So first things first, you do get a free Pink Diamond Moments Reggie Jackson. If you haven't put in the code and got that free card, I mean, he's not that good, I'll be completely honest with you, but it's never a bad idea to pick up the free cards. Like, I don't think there's anyone in this that plays this game, period, that isn't going to go and enter this locker code in and take 2 seconds out of their life for this free Pink Diamond Reggie Jackson. And I mean, like I said, he's not that good, but if you're trying to do, there's no reason not to put this card in. Like, it's free. You might need it for something eventually. You never know. Especially with them still being in the playoffs, he might get moments challenges or something of that nature. Other than that, really no XP. We do got ball drop MTP events, so if you play Triple Threat Online in any of these time slots, you will get double the MT on ball drops. That's specifically only ball drops, so not the not the MT you accrue for playing the game. It's just when you're playing Plinko, essentially. Whatever you get from playing Plinko gets doubled. Good way to earn a lot of MT, regardless if you're winning a lot of games or not. So definitely think about doing that later if you have nothing else going on. So we got Idols Super Packs today. I know it's weird to see packs and see your boy Cheap Ludes not opening them, but these packs are horrendous. Like, Kevin Garnett, Russ, Chris Bosh, Carmelo, and Blake Griffin are the headers of this pack. Like, I don't want any of these. Like, you shouldn't either. Nobody should be opening these packs, straight up. Like, if you find yourself opening these packs, you might actually have a pack problem. There's no way around it. I mean, positives from them being out, which, by the way, they're VC only. They couldn't even make them MT packs. That's so stupid on 2K's part. Like, no one wants these. Trevor Ariza might go down in price. Kirk Heinrich you might be able to get for a little cheaper. I'm guessing a lot of the diamonds you'll be drawing quite frequently for the people who are opening these packs, even though you shouldn't. I like how Ralph Sampson is in these packs, and then he's also the lock-in reward. I just now realized that. I thought he was in Idol Series 1. But yeah, these packs are terrible, but let's look and see if people are actually opening them. I'm kind of interested to see. I have none of these cards, by the way. Garnett, let's see, it's 12 o'clock, so yeah, some people have been opening them, it would appear. I don't think any of these people are opening them. I think they're just selling their cards because they know they see the writings on the wall and stuff. But, I mean, we got at least a couple that are fresh and brand new, so few people are opening these packs even though they shouldn't. These two are debatable. I mean, they have an unlimited shoe on them. Look, at this point, I don't think it's even worth putting a 30K Grinch on this Kevin Garnett to put him up, because I don't think his price is going up by that much, truly. Russell Westbrook will probably be one of the only cards from this set that holds any sort of value still. I don't even think Big Blake is going to. Like, realistically, I don't. It looks like there's a couple Russes who have been pulled already. People are opening these packs, which I got to assume most of them are, like, content creators. I don't feel like anyone who plays this game would be opening these packs. Definitely shouldn't. Normally, I try to dissuade people from opening packs, but these specifically, like, I will go out on a limb and dissuade people from opening these. There is absolutely no reason. That being said, if Carmelo goes below 100K, I'll totally buy him. Like, none of these cards are good. Like, not one. Anthony Davis is still usable in certain senses, but, like, he's not good. I mean, granted, you can go find, like, maybe a badged up or a shoot up version for relatively cheap. He's still not really worth it, just because there's pink diamonds at this stage that are better. Like, for this price, you can go almost get Bol Bol, who's obviously way better. You can get Jonathan Isaac for sure, who's certainly better. Chris Bosh is going down in price a little bit. He did make my top 10 cards under 100K list I put out the other day. If you haven't checked that out, go check that out. But, I mean, it's not exciting. Blake Griffin is super cheap. And, I mean, I like Blake Griffin a lot. Like, I still use him on my team. He's a really, really good power forward in this game, just especially for how I play. So if he dips any lower in price and he goes to a buy it now, he's definitely worth that pickup, no question. None of these opals are really worth it. I mean, if you want to pick up Darren Williams because you like him, or if you like one of these cards, go for it. But yeah, JaVale McGee looks like he's going to be a little bit cheaper. And as far as budget center options, like, he's very good. I would say for certain reasons he's better than guys like Channing Frye and stuff. It just kind of depends. Trevor Ariza is still an elite 3-and-D wing that you can buy for a budget price. He can compete with some of the best cards in the game due to his size and defensive abilities, so in his three-point shooting, definitely worthwhile. It looks like Danny Granger is actually one of the harder cards to pull out of this set, which I mean is, I don't know. I hope we get a new Danny Granger soon with base 29. Like, I really hope that's the case. I hope they don't change his jump shot because they've been straying away from 29. Like, since all the cards that used to have 29 in their updated cards, they've either had like Kobe or Exum base. And I get it, those are kind of meta releases, but I really want a card to have base 29 on very quick. Well, Danny Granger specifically, I should say, just because it feels right. Shout out to all you guys. If anybody bought DeMar DeRozan when he was buy it now, you might be making some MT because it looks like he's back above 100K. I would still maybe wait a day or so to sell the card because I don't think we're getting crazy amounts of content tomorrow, but we'll see. Wilt Chamberlain looks like he's back at his normal price, somewhere between 150 and 200K, it would appear. Still one of the best centers in the game, in my opinion. Kristaps looks like he's back up over 200K, possibly touching 250 occasionally. I'm probably going to sell Kristaps today. I'm not a huge fan of the card in general, and I used way too much MT on T-Mac, so it's probably worth it to sell. Same with Paul George. I'll probably end up selling Paul George at some point. Looks like he could itch close to 300. It's tough to tell with that much time remaining, but he's at least going for 200 to 250K minimum. I'm guessing he reaches up and touches, 300K possibly. Wiseman still buy it now, which I think he is one of the best centers that you can buy under 100K in this game. I think he's one of the best cards, period, you can buy for under 100K. So it's definitely worthwhile, and I'll probably do a tactical downgrade on Porzingis. I'm saying that sarcastically. I don't really think that's a tactical downgrade at all. I think Wiseman is significantly better than Porzingis, period. So I'll grab him. Ooh, my Precious Achua sold. Fantastic. But the market is way back up. I mean, this weekend it was crashed. So many cards that were buy it now this weekend are back up over 100K. Kyrie and Tatum are back up. Any of these Moments cards are going to be up. We are probably still going to get Moments cards, and I'll talk about what to expect from 2K at the end of this video for this upcoming week. T-Mac looks like he's back up 162K with 10 minutes left, so I'm guessing he goes for somewhere between 2 and 300K, possibly maybe more. No less than 200K though. And I saw some going for like 120, 130 over the weekend. So if you're one of those people who picked them up for that price, you can definitely come up on some MT. I probably should have played the market and bought some T-Max when he was cheap. I mean, I knew he was going to go back up, but I didn't. Kareem's price is pretty steady. Hasn't really changed. Giannis is still Giannis's price. I don't think he goes back up over 100K just because he's slightly outdated at this point. So some of the OOP cards, DeMarcus Cousins looks like he's rising in price a little bit. I mean, I saw him down at like 70 over the weekend. So, but I will say, like, anything under 100K for this card at this point, very good price. Josh Smith and Larry Bird are extremely good. Their prices have remained similar. If you have a LeBron James, now you can sell him with confidence. His price is definitely going back up. Some of these Gladiator cards, I don't think their price is going to go back up too much. Like, maybe we see some guys like Kobe White, Mo Lucas go up a little bit. Draymond is back up. I mean, he was closer to 100K yesterday even, 2 days ago for sure. Pascal Siakam's about the same. He hasn't really dropped very much. But I don't think many of these cards are going to go up in price just because these packs were so terrible that the market is basically flooded with these cards. Kobe, I don't think we see him go over 100K, like, at all. The Invincible cards, these are always really tough to predict just because you never really know what's going to happen with these guys. T-Mac, I probably shouldn't have bought him for 847K, but I mean, maybe I cost myself 50K. I still think he goes for over 7, no question. So, Warped Reality, Ben Simmons is back up as well. So if you picked up one of him, I think he was going for like 250, 300 over the weekend, and now he's probably going for 4. So, as far as like what we can expect from 2K this week, I just think that we're probably going to get Idols packs on Wednesday. That would be my assumption, is we're going to get the beginning of Idols 3. Now, what cards could we see in those sets? Something Celtics themed for sure. Like, I wouldn't be shocked at all to see like a Bird or a McHale or something of that nature. We've been getting a lot of the Celtics players, and this is the time of year we typically get a lot of those 80s Celtics guys. Wouldn't shock me to see Havlicek in the mix as well. Like, this is 2K's money time, so they're going to try to pump these packs up at least a little bit. At least a few of them will have really OP players. I think Havlicek will be in there. If he can play point guard, he'll be a god. No question about it. But yeah, probably like a Larry Bird. I don't think these guys are going to be invincible cards. I think these are just going to be regular Dark Matters with high 50, low 50 badge counts, like we've been seeing. And then the lock-in will be an invincible player. Wouldn't shock me to see the lock-in be Larry Bird. That would make a lot of sense as well. It's a card that's not going to cost them a crazy amount of revenue, but it's also going to drive at least some people to go spend money on these packs or these players just to get them, so it would make a lot of sense. I don't think we see Karl Malone in there again, and they wouldn't put like a 6'3" point guard like John Stockton in there, so it's going to be someone somewhat usable in some capacity. These packs are terrible. As far as like what cards we could see like besides that, I mean, it's tough to say, really. I do think we see more promos, so I think the Fridays will be reserved for money-making promos, so things that will generate revenue for 2K, like a new Retro 2K set, would be pretty on point for them. I would welcome that. Like, what cards we could see in that, honestly, it's hard to really tell. It's very random, so there's no point to really speculate on it. I mean, there's cards I would like to see, but I don't necessarily think it's possible. We got Channing Frye. That was one of the cards I wanted to see, and he's pretty okay. As far as that, we'll probably see like another large promo similar to like a Gladiator. Around this time is when we got like Takeover and Showtime last year. I think it was a little earlier, but still around this general time. So we're definitely going to see moments on Thursday, possibly not every Thursday, but with the playoffs in full swing, we're probably going to see some playoff moments and stuff like that from 2K. Like I said, they're going to try to put out as much content as possible and try to generate as much revenue as possible. So we're going to be seeing a lot of packs. We're going to be seeing a lot of events. But they're just going to try to get people to play this game as much as they can in the next 2 months and then generate, because they used the prior year's title, the last 2 months of the prior year's title, to generate hype and revenue going into 2K22. If you can get people excited playing the game and then you drop a new one that has new stuff, obviously people are going to flock to that one and buy it. So it's a marketing strategy on 2K's end to make sure this season in particular is filled with content. And the last season or so, they've been doing a good job of it, so I don't think that they're really going to stop that. I mean, obviously they've been greedy with it, but, they've been putting something new into the game every single week, so. Well, I mean, we'll see what's up. This is my squad right here, and, I'm probably going to sell Paul George and Kristaps. Probably move, Jimmy Butler up to the starting lineup because I like him a lot, or James Worthy. I like both of them. Probably replace whoever at shooting guard, maybe Vince Carter, put Larry Cannon at power forward. I like Elgin Baylor a lot. So, Josh Smith, obviously, Eddie Jones. I got guys that I could use, so it's probably worthwhile to sell. And then I'm going to sell Kristaps and replace him with James Wiseman. I like James Wiseman at the power forward, by the way. Sorry, I do enjoy him quite a bit. So the reason I even bring this up is just to let you guys know, now is a good time when you have some of these high-tier expensive cards. It's a good time to sell them and stack MT because we're, like I said, 2 to 3 weeks away from getting NBA's back style packs, which are all basically 99 demigods that are 8K MT. So just remember that. As always, it has been your boy, Cheap Ludes. Thank you for watching the video. I will be back later with the top 10 cards under 10K for all my budget beasts out there. Check out the top 10 under 50K and 100K if you haven't. I'll link them at the end of the video. Check the description for all my stuff. And like I said, I will be back with more content later. And all this week. I'll be all over the place this week. So check me out. Have a good day, y'all. Peace.